Survival wiring. Your brain doesn't care if you want to be the mysterious loner who drinks coffee in silence and trusts no one. It's not here for your aesthetic. It's here to keep you alive. And for most of human history, that meant being social or being dead. Think about it. You didn't survive the savannah alone. You weren't hunting mammoths by yourself. You weren't raising babies in a cave solo. You weren't sleeping soundly without someone watching your back. Being part of a group meant food, safety, protection, and reproduction, aka your 4 biological obsessions. That's why your brain is wired like this. Rejection hurts because isolation once meant danger. Eye contact lights up your reward centers because connection equals trust. Loneliness literally triggers pain pathways, similar to physical injury. Your nervous system calms down around people you trust. Tribal comfort at work. Even today, your brain doesn't know the predators are gone. It still thinks being alone too long means you've been exiled from the tribe and the wolves are coming. Oxytocin, the trust drug. Your brain has a dealer, and its favorite drug is oxytocin. This isn't the stuff you score in shady back alleys. This is biological trust juice, brewed right behind your eyeballs in the hypothalamus, and sprinkled into your bloodstream like magical social seasoning. Every time you hug someone you care about, make eye contact with a baby, laugh at a terrible joke your friend tells, or even pet your dog, yes, animals count too, your brain slips you a little oxytocin hit, and suddenly you feel safer. Because oxytocin is nature's social glue. It lowers fear, raises trust, makes you more cooperative. Basically, it hijacks your decision-making to say, hey, that person seems nice. Let's not run away. Your pain system treats rejection like a wound. Your crush ignores your text. You don't get invited. Your joke falls flat in a group and no one laughs. They just move on. That ache in your chest is not just emotional. It's neurological. Your brain literally processes social rejection the same way it processes physical pain. MRI studies have shown that the anterior cingulate cortex, the brain region that lights up when you stub your toe or break your arm, also lights up when you get left out, dumped, or unfollowed. To your nervous system, they don't like me might as well be, I just got punched. It's not a metaphor. It's a wound, only invisible. And here's the wild part. Painkillers like Tylenol have been shown to reduce the sting of rejection. Yes, that's how deep this runs. Your brain filed "not invited to the party" under the same folder as sprained ankle. But why? Because evolution didn't want you to be a lone wolf. Thousands of years ago, rejection equals death. If your tribe kicked you out, you weren't just sad. You were exposed, starving, and vulnerable to predators. So your brain developed a pain response to social exclusion the same way it did for fire or injury, to make sure you never ignore it again. Mirror neurons make you feel what others feel. Your brain is wired to copy people. Discovered in the 1990s by accident, because all great things are, mirror neurons are brain cells that fire both when you do something and when you see someone else do it. You watch someone sip a coffee, and your brain lights up like you just took a warm, bitter gulp. You see someone stub their toe, you flinch. A baby sees you smile, they smile back. You cry during movies where nothing is happening except slow piano music and longing stares. That's neural empathy. Mirror neurons are your brain's way of saying, hey, that pain isn't happening to you, but let's pretend it is, just in case you need to learn from it. It's how we understand facial expressions, learn through imitation, and feel connected without words. It's also why awkwardness is contagious, why yawns spread like viruses, and why being around warm, happy people can actually lift your mood. Because when your brain sees another person, it doesn't just observe. It tries them on like a costume. Your brain uses other minds to think better. Your brain isn't just a solo processor churning through thoughts like a lonely factory machine. It's more like a cloud-based system, constantly syncing with other minds to think smarter, faster, and more creatively. This is called distributed cognition, and it means your brain treats other people's brains like extensions of its own. That's why talking to someone about a problem makes it clearer, why teaching something makes you understand it better, why ideas feel bigger, sharper, realer when said out loud. Even eye contact with another person can boost problem solving. Why? Because the brain goes, oh good, another mind is online. Let's think together. From birth, your brain starts scanning for faces, intonation, and emotion, not just to bond, but to learn how to think. Babies don't just absorb language, they mirror it. You learned what anger, sarcasm, love, and logic looked like by watching someone else do it. Still think you're a rugged individual thinker? Even when you're alone, your mind simulates other minds. Ever rehearsed a conversation in your head, argued with an imaginary person in the shower, or predicted predicted how your friend would react to your text? That's mental off-roading with a passenger ghost. Your brain is doing what it evolved to do. Think socially, with or without permission. Social bonding reduces stress. Your brain has a secret weapon against stress. It's other people. When you connect with someone, genuinely, even briefly, your brain releases a chemical cocktail designed to calm your nervous system. Chief among them, oxytocin, also known as the cuddle hormone or emotional duct tape. And what does oxytocin do? It lowers cortisol, the main stress hormone that turns your body into a pressure cooker. It also slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and sends a neurochemical message to your body that says, you're safe, you're not alone. You can stop bracing for impact. Evolution baked this in, because back when stress meant saber-toothed tiger, your best survival strategy wasn't a better fight-or-flight response. It was having people around you. Tribe is protection. Isolation is danger. So now, even in a world with no tigers, just 2,000 Slack messages, your brain still equates social connection with safety. And the wild part? Studies show that people recovering from surgery or trauma heal faster when they have strong social support. Even holding someone's hand during a painful experience reduces how much pain you actually feel. Let that sink in. Your brain doesn't just want connection, it was wired for it. Chemically, biologically, emotionally. Status tracking. Your brain is always taking notes in every room, every group, every conversation. This is called status tracking. Your brain's built-in radar for hierarchy, reputation, and influence. It's why you notice when someone ignores your message, why you feel a jolt when you get praised in public, why being left out of plans hurts more than it should. Because deep down, your brain isn't just asking, am I liked? It's calculating, am I rising or falling? From an evolutionary perspective, your ancestors didn't just need to survive. They needed to belong to groups, tribes, clans, families. And in those groups, status meant safety. High status, more food, allies, mates. Low status, more danger, rejection, and eventually isolation, which was a death sentence in the wild. So your brain evolved to constantly monitor your social rank, even in modern life. It's subtle, but everywhere. You notice who interrupts whom. You remember who gets laughed at and who gets laughed with. You clock whose opinion is taken seriously and whose gets brushed off. It's not vanity, it's survival coding. Loneliness is a biological alarm. Loneliness is your brain ringing a fire alarm, not because you're weak, but because you're wired to connect. See, in the wild, isolation didn't just mean a quiet weekend. It meant death. Alone equals no fire, no food, no eyes watching your back while you sleep. So evolution programmed us with a warning system. Loneliness hurts. On purpose. Brain scans show that social pain activates the same regions as physical pain. The anterior cingulate cortex and insula light up like you just stubbed your emotional toe. It's not metaphor, it's neuroscience. This is your brain's way of screaming, get back to the tribe before the wolves get you. And it doesn't stop there. When you're lonely, cortisol, your stress hormone, rises. Sleep quality tanks. Your immune system falters. You perceive more threats, even in friendly faces. And your brain becomes hypervigilant, constantly scanning for rejection. Loneliness makes you feel unsafe because it is unsafe, biologically. This is why chronic loneliness doesn't just feel awful. It's as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, literally. That's not a dramatic metaphor. It's a stat from public health researchers.